Now, when I bought my first home, I was overwhelmed with emotion and excitement, but I kind of made a mistake in not actually understanding all the costs that were involved in buying a home. So in this video, I'd love to share with you some of the biggest costs when it comes to actually buying a home, and then also some of the costs that are part of being a homeowner. So let's have a look. In this video, we'll be looking at the actual costs of buying a property. Part of the cost that you really need to make sure that you budget for is going to be your bond registration costs. They are for the service the registering or the bond attorneys will provide to get your bond registered over the title deeds. So the amount will usually, it's going to vary according to your home loan amount, but the fee is based on the tariffs recommended by the Law Society. But it's going to differ slightly from one law firm to another. This will be paid once off before the registration of your bond, and this will be paid to the registering or the bond attorney. The next cost that's going to be part of your bond registration cost is going to be your post petties and FICA and other fees. So this is basically a levy that the registering or the bond attorney will charge to cover small things like posting documents to other attorneys, the bank, estate agents, the deed office, even to you, and so on. And this amount is usually fixed. So this will be paid once off before registration, once again, of your bond. And this will be paid to the registering or the bond attorney. So this fee, as stated earlier, this will go to the registering or the bond attorney. Another fee that will be part of the bond registration cost is going to be your deeds office registry fee. So this fee is charged by the deeds office for the legal registration of your home loan or your mortgage or your bond, whatever you want to call it. So this fee is charged by the deeds office for the legal registration of your home loan. So the amount is fixed according to the amount of your home loan. This fee is payable once off before registration of your bond. So once again, this will be paid to your bond attorneys, and this fee is for the deeds office. You also need to make sure that you'll budget for the property transfer costs. So the property transfer costs, that will be for the service that your transferring attorneys will provide to get your new home transferred from its old owner to you and to get the property registered in your name. Now, the estimated amount of this will vary according to the purchase price of your property. So the fee is based once again on the tariffs recommended by the Law Society, but usually it's going to differ slightly from one law firm to another. The property transfer cost, that will be payable once off before the transfer of the property, and this will be paid to the transferring attorneys, and at the end of the day will go for the transferring attorneys. The next cost that we also need to look at here for your that's going to be included in your property transfer cost is your transfer duty. So the transfer duty is a government tax levied to transfer the property from the seller's name into the buyer's name. As it currently stands, there is no transfer duty on a property under 1 million rand for South Africa. So this will be payable once off before the transfer of the property, and this will be paid to the transferring attorneys. Now this cost or this fees will be paid over to the South African Revenue Service or SARS. Another part of the property transfer cost is going to be your post petties, FICA and other fees as well. So this is the transferring attorney's fee or charge for covering small things like posting documents to other attorneys, the bank, estate agents, the deed office, and once again to you. So the estimated amount, that is usually fixed, but it's going to differ a little bit from law firm to law firm. This is payable once off before the transfer of the property, and it's going to be paid to the transferring attorney. The last part of the property transfer cost is going to be your deeds office registry fee. So this fee is charged by the deeds office for the title deed and legal transfer and registration of your new home into your name. So the amount is fixed according to the amount of your home loan. And this is once again payable once off before the transfer of the property, and it's payable to the transferring attorney. And this money will then go to the deeds office. Another cost that one needs to look at is the bank initiation fees. So a home loan initiation fee or a bank initiation fee is charged by the bank for the processing of the home loan application. So some banks work on a base fee plus a percentage of the home loan, while other banks charge a flat rate. But the maximum initiation fee charge will not exceed currently 6,038 Rand, and that's going to include VAT. Now, this is usually paid once off on registration of your bond. Now, in most instances, the amount will most likely be debited to your home loan account, or it's going to be added to your outstanding balance. So that's not necessarily going to mean that you need to pay it in cash or upfront. So the good news is you do not have to figure this out on your own beforehand. There is a lot of online calculators that can help you get an estimate of what you can expect when it comes to your bond registration and your transfer costs. So let's look at an example, for instance, of one of UVA's home loan calculators. So as you can see, there's a lot of different calculators that one can use. So the one that we'll be looking at here is calculating our transfer costs. So it's really simple to use. All you need to do is, first off, you need to put in your purchase amount. So whatever it might be, let's say on this instance, we'll be looking at a home of about 900,000. So, and let's also say the loan amount that we'll be applying for the bank is going to be also 900,000. It's going to be either freehold or sectional title. No, the seller is not registered for that. Yes, no, and once again, you can just state the status of the purchase. So don't fret too much about that. So all you do then, just click calculate, and here you'll see what the total cost. This is going to be an estimate. This is really important. This is now an estimate. So as we stated earlier, some law firms are going to differ on their fees and on their charges, but this is a really good indication of a ballpark figure that you can expect. So here you have the bond registration costs. That's going to be 27,000 in this instance for a home to the value of 900,000, and you'll be using a bond. So you've got bond registration costs, and then you also look at the transferring fees or the transferring costs. It's going to be about 21,000. So as you can see here, there's currently no transfer duty included due to the fact that transfer duty, there is no transfer duty on homes below 1 million as of 2020. Just a quick note here, the bank initiation fee of 6,038, usually the banks will include that in your home loan amount. So this you can maybe deduct from the total costs. So as you see, it's really simple to use these calculators to give you an estimate of what you can expect when it comes to buying your home. Now, the last thing that you also need to consider is the home ownership costs. So that is, I'm just going to name a few here just to get you familiar with what you also need to make sure that you budget for once you have taken ownership of your new home. So besides your monthly bond repayments, you also need to look at some homeowners insurance, your municipal rates and taxes, your water and electricity, some levies. Now this will be applicable if you bought a home in a sectional title or an estate. And then you also need to make sure that you budget for some maintenance. And if it's something that is also going to be important for you, you also need to look at security. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I don't think the reason for this is to make you or get you that feeling of overwhelm and discourage you in taking this big step. The reason for this video is really to make sure that you go in with as much information as possible so that you can make an informed decision, given that this is going to be one of your biggest decisions that you're going to be making in your life. So if you like this video, just go down below, leave a thumbs up, and you can even subscribe to my channel where I'll be posting new videos each week. And you can also just have a look at some of the other videos as well to give you some more information.